it's worth further look.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A big dip in performance here for the Hornets last year. In 2014, they were very tough to beat at home, and that was not the case in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to string together those defensive runs at home. And in the end, that led to their less than stellar record.
And he's able to get it back. Second shot opportunity. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And there's the feed to Patterson. From outside, off the mark.
And you know, that record for the Hornets last year at home, they ended up going 19-22, 6 fewer wins than they had in 2014 when they last made the playoffs.
Lowry against Walker for the three, and he gets it to go. Patterson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And getting back to the Hornets, they were the worst shooting team in the league at home. And they have to remedy that in a hurry. Shot only 42% here last season.
And DeRozan, here we go. And he gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 6.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Now Walker. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Dishes it to Jefferson. Shot left block. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Off target from outside. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to Orlando.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Now here's DeRozan, following the miss by Al Jefferson.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
Lowry against Walker. Pass to Patterson. Lowry dishes to Ross. Screen by Valanciunas. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Patterson. And again, Toronto no up.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Batum wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
There's a minute left in the first quarter. Lin against Lowry. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Lin against Carroll. Lowry kicks to Joseph. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lin the pass to Lee. Williams dishes to Lin. Over to the left wing. pick by Williams. Here's Jefferson, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
That's good. Carroll's got 5 points so far. Here is Lynn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Jefferson. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Raptors lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful. Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Raptors?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. DeRozan out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Carroll in at the 3.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Valanciunas with a screen on Walker. And Joseph kicks to Valanciunas. Patterson can't get it to go. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
Picked by Zeller. Walker with a clean look. That one off the back iron and out.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Zeller with it. 9 points last game. Williams for 3. Charlotte no good that time either. Toronto leading by 6. And DeRozan. Here we go. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. 6 to shoot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Some really terrific numbers for DeRozan. He's got 8 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Hornets. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Toronto also making a switch. Ross is checked in. And Walker kicks to Batum. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ross against Batum. From deep three-point range, Hornets with the rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And again, the Hornets missing. Toronto leading by 8. And DeRozan, here we go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Lets it go from deep. Patterson can't get it to go. Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On the wing, Batum. And here's Walker. They need this one. DeRozan with the rebound. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
This one for 3, and that is good. DeRozan's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Jefferson comes in for Zeller, and Lee's subbed in for Marvin Williams. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got 15.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Batum sets a screen for Walker. Charlotte no good that time either.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Biyombo. Outside DeRozan. Ross with a wide open look. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
And he gets it to go.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now, here's Biyombo, defended by Jefferson. DeRozan. The Hornets pull it in.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's Walker. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. From 8, and the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Al Jefferson. And that does it for the first half of play. Toronto ahead as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jeff.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong.